planning for your child's education, it can feel like you're staring up at this huge, complicated mountain, right? But what if I told you we could break that whole thing down into a simple, totally manageable plan? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do right now. Let's get into it.
So this is the big one, isn't it? The question that's on every parent's mind. It's this huge number looming out there in the future, and honestly, it can feel a little scary. But you know what? Facing this number head on, that's the very first step to actually getting control of the whole thing. So let's reframe this. This isn't some impossible wall of debt. No, think of it like any other big goal. And what do we do with big goals? We break them down, we make a plan, and then we achieve them. And this right here, this is your blueprint to get it done.
Okay, so when it comes to money, just hoping for the best doesn't really work, does it? If you want to make a goal real, truly achievable, you have to slap a number on it. You absolutely need a specific target to shoot for.
All right, step one, find your number. This is where we take that kind of vague, fuzzy idea of college costs and turn it into a solid, concrete figure that we can actually work with.
And you know what? The way we get to that number is actually pretty simple. It's just 3 steps. First, you figure out what the course costs right now. Easy enough. Then you factor in inflation, how prices just keep going up, and boom, that gives you a realistic target for the future. That's your number. Okay, let's make this real with an example. Let's say the course you're thinking about for your child costs about 10 lakh rupees today. Now, if we assume a pretty standard 8% inflation rate every year and college is 12 years away, well, you're not saving for 10 lakh anymore. The actual cost you'll need is going to be closer to 20.12 lakh. Big difference, right?
All right, so let's just look at that number for a second. Yeah, over 20 lakh rupees. That can feel a little breathtaking. It's a lot of money, no question about it. But hang on, don't panic, because what comes next is the most important part.
See that big final number? It isn't actually the one we should be focused on. The real question, the game-changing question, is this. What does it actually take, month by month, to get there? And here's the magic. To hit that goal of over 20 lakh in 12 years, you'd need to invest about 6,244 rupees a month. That's it. Suddenly, that giant, scary number just turned into something that feels, well, a lot more doable, doesn't it? It's just a consistent monthly habit.
Okay, so we've got our big goal and our monthly number. We're on a roll. But now the question is, where do you actually put that money? This brings us to step 2, and it's all about understanding yourself. Before you invest even 1 rupee, you've got to figure out what's called your risk profile. Now that sounds fancy, but it's really simple. It just means, how comfortable are you with the natural ups and downs of investing? Are you someone who can stomach a few bumps for bigger growth? Or do you sleep better with a steadier path? Let's keep it simple. It usually comes down to 2 main types. On one hand, you have the conservative investor. If that's you, you want lower risk and more stability. For you, something like large-cap mutual funds could be a great fit. On the other hand, there's the moderate investor. You're okay with a bit more risk for potentially higher returns. In that case, you might look into multi-cap mutual funds. All right, you've got your number, you know your risk style, you're almost there. Now for the final piece of the puzzle, step 3. And this one is so important, especially if you're just starting out. You don't have to go it alone. The biggest benefit of getting some smart help isn't just about picking the right fund, it's about having someone in your corner to give you personalized advice when things get crazy, because the market will get volatile. That's when having a calm voice can save you from making emotional mistakes. So, what does an advisor actually do for you? Well, they help you pick the right funds based on your risk profile, for starters. But more than that, they keep an eye on your investments, they guide you when the market gets shaky, and they're there to offer that personalized advice when you need it most. And that's it. That's the whole blueprint. See? We took a huge, intimidating challenge and broke it down into something clear and totally actionable. Let's do a quick recap of your new game plan. So if you remember anything, remember these 3 simple steps. Step 1, quantify your goal. Turn it into a real number. Step 2, assess your risk. Know who you are as an investor. And step 3, get some expert help. You don't have to do this all by yourself. So we'll leave you with this question to think about. You've probably heard the saying, right? The best time to start was yesterday. So, when's the next best time? The power of investing is all about time and consistency. And the power to start? Well, that's 100% in your hands, right now.